This presentation will discuss the proposed national priority listing for the National Fireworks Site in Cordova, Tennessee. My name is Jennifer Tufts. I am the Remedial Project Manager for the United States Environmental Protection Agency from Region 4, located in Atlanta, Georgia. Stephanie Brown is the EPA Community Involvement Coordinator, and Sandra Bramble is the EPA MPL Coordinator. We are available to answer any questions regarding the proposed MPL listing for national fireworks, and our contact information will be provided later as part of this presentation. The former National Fireworks property is located off Macon Road in Cordova, Tennessee. The property is 238 acres located within the Cordova Industrial Park. In this topographic map here, the boundary of the National Fireworks property is outlined in yellow. From 1941 through 1945, during World War II, National Fireworks manufactured munitions including flares, grenades, incendiary bombs, and 20mm and 40mm rounds for the U.S. Department of Defense, specifically the Army and the Navy. During the 1950s, the former National Fireworks property was purchased by a developer, and in 1986 was redeveloped as Cordova Industrial Park. From 2001 through 2021, several environmental investigations determined that chlorinated solvents, including tetrachloroethene, also known as PCE, and trichloroethene, known as TCE, perchlorate, and metals are chemicals that are present in soil and groundwater. Contaminated groundwater is limited to the shallow aquifer, which is not used as a source for drinking water. Therefore, the community is not at risk to being exposed to groundwater contamination. Recently, EPA conducted a vapor intrusion study for buildings in the Cordova Industrial Park that overlie the chlorinated solvent groundwater plume. The indoor air contaminants of concern were either not detected or found at concentrations that do not pose a risk to human health. The National Fireworks Site is divided into two operable units. Superfund sites are often divided into operable units when the site is large or complex, which allows for better environmental management of the site. The cleanup decision for each operable unit is consistent with the overall site cleanup strategy. Operable Unit 1 includes the National Fireworks Munitions Plant, which is 238 acres, and includes all property within the boundary of the yellow outline, except for the property outlined in green, which is Security Signals Incorporated property, also known as Operable Unit 2. EPA investigations have identified two chlorinated solvent groundwater plumes west of Security Signals property and one plume north of Macon Road. Each plume has chlorinated solvent concentrations indicative of DNAPL. DNAPL is dense, non-aqueous phase liquids, which are liquids that are denser than water and do not easily dissolve into groundwater. Because of that, the high concentrations serve as long-term sources to groundwater contamination. Operable Unit 2 includes Security Signals property, which is a current operating facility. The Security Signals property is 22 acres and is adjacent to National Fireworks, but not part of the National Fireworks Site or included with the proposed MPL listing. Groundwater and soil contamination is present at Operable Unit 2. Security Signals is conducting environmental restoration activities for contamination at their property under a 2020 agreement with EPA and the state. The Superfund National Priorities List is a list of high priority sites that require investigation and cleanup. The high priority sites pose a threat to human health and the environment. National Fireworks qualifies for the MPL. The MPL listing gives EPA the authority and resources to complete investigation and cleanup of the site. EPA's priority is protection of human health and the environment. The NPL docket and the documents that provide information regarding why National Fireworks qualifies for the NPL can be found at www.regulations.gov. The public comment period is from September the 9th, 2021 through November the 8th, 2021. A final decision regarding listing will be made after public comments are considered. Public comments may be sent by mail or entered online, and instructions for commenting are provided as part of this presentation. As mentioned previously, EPA evaluated the National Fireworks Site and determined that it qualifies for inclusion on the NPL. This determination is based on elevated levels of contaminants in groundwater. The site includes all areas where hazardous substances were released, migrated, and are currently located. Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation supports the NPL listing. Why the NPL? The NPL listing will allow comprehensive site investigation, risk assessment including human health and ecological risk, cleanup and long-term monitoring of the entire site, provide federal funding to select a remedy and remediate any concerns identified, and also include community and state input into the process, as well as grants for community technical assistance. More information regarding community involvement at Superfund sites can be found at the listed community involvement links listed here. Grants for community technical assistance are available, including support for a community advisory group, or CAG. The CAG includes diverse community interest and serves as the focal point for the exchange of information among the local community and the EPA and state. Its purpose is to provide a public forum for community members to present and discuss their needs and concerns related to the Superfund process and cleanup of the site. In order to view the NPL docket and submit comments via regulations.gov, go to www.regulations.gov, follow online instructions for submitting comments. You can also visit the agency's website at epa.gov/Superfund/current NPL updates, new proposed NPL sites, and new NPL sites. Scroll down to the site for which you would like to submit comments and click the Comment Now link. EPA-HQ-OLEM-2021-0465 must be in the subject line. You can also mail in comments to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency EPA Docket Center, Superfund Docket, Mail Code 28221T, 1200 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C., 20460. Now that the preliminary assessment, site investigation, and NPL listing are complete, the next step is to conduct the remedial investigation, or the RI, and the feasibility study, or the FS. The RI will determine scope and extent of contamination, and the FS will evaluate appropriate cleanup remedies. There will be additional public meetings throughout each phase of the project. If you have any questions regarding information provided in this presentation or regarding the Superfund process that will be followed for cleaning up the National Fireworks Site, please contact me or the Community Involvement Coordinator, Stephanie Brown, or the NPL Coordinator, Sandra Bramble, at these phone numbers and email addresses listed here. You can also visit the National Fireworks Superfund site to get additional information regarding the National Fireworks Site, or you can visit the information repository at the Cordova Branch Library at 8457 Trinity Road, Cordova, Tennessee, 38018. This presentation in the National Fireworks NPL fact sheet is posted at www.epa.gov/Superfund/National Fireworks. Thank you.